Now guys, sales of Nio has been surpassing the kind of sales that BMW has been generating in Wenzhou. Now this in the last 3 months, from July to September, the sales of Nio has been smashing, crashing the kind of sales that BMW sees. Because on this video we're being shown a chart showing Nio sales versus that of BMW. I mean, in July you'll notice that Nio had 579 whilst BMW had 484. August 504 for Nio whilst BMW had 369. And in September Nio had 597 whilst BMW had 519. Now this shows you that Nio continues doing so well, much better than BMW in the city of Wenzhou. And when I got to read this, I was reminded once again the kind of company Nio is becoming, because it is not only Mercedes that is losing customers because of Nio, but we are seeing some of the customers that would usually go for a BMW now choosing Nio cars. This is bullish. This is just amazing. I mean, when I saw this video, I was very excited because it tells us the kind of company Nio is becoming. It tells us the kind of quality that Nio is selling out there, which is why a lot of people, a lot of consumers are going for Nio, not Mercedes, not BMW, which is something that is pretty exciting. So as the months go, or as the years continue blowing by, we are going to continue seeing Nio scooping, aggressively taking away the market share from the BMWs, your Lexus, your Mercedes, and bringing them to themselves, because Nio, it is a company that is growing so fast, and their technology, the kind of technology that you find on Nio cars, you are not even finding in some of these big brands like your BMW, Mercedes, Lexus, which is why Nio continues winning the market share. I mean, the CEO made it clear from the start, even this year, to say that what will make them win the market is continue innovating and selling quality cars and services, of course, which these three are the things that is making Nio today to continue doing well, making Nio today to continue generating the kind of sales that we have been seeing. If you've been thinking why Nio has been scooping good sales over and above the discounts that we are getting, it's the kind of cars they are selling, it's the kind of service they provide to those that buy the Nio cars, which is massive, which is bullish, and it makes me want to load the board. And it is the reason why I also, every day when I do Nio videos, I always say blue sky is coming. I mean, so many of the people, they still ask me, when is the blue sky coming? I mean, today 2 people ask me, when is blue sky coming? It's coming very soon. 2025 is the year where Nio becomes profitable, which is something that we are waiting for. And when that comes, even the way investors, or some of the investors that were bearish onto Nio, or when they look into Nio, they will not look at it the same, because they will now be looking at Nio as a profitable company, which that, like I say, I would say it's coming in 2025. So if you are to ask me when is blue sky coming, well, 2025 is the year, because that is the year we turn to profitability. In fact, what I've been saying onto this channel is that Q4, if Nio can sell around 100,000 or almost 100,000 vehicles for the quarter, then we could be sitting at a break even, which is something that is massive, something that is bullish, and it makes me want to load the board, because signs are already showing that Wenzhou is going to sell over 5,000 this month. Nio is going to sell over 20,000 this month, and that in total, for the very first time, it will make Nio to have generated over 25,000 deliveries, which is massive, which is bullish. This month, in fact, I said we could see close to 30,000. This means that any number from 28,000, we could see Nio generating this with their models and Wenzhou model, which is massive, which is bullish, right? I know the share price, when you look at it, it might look discouraging, but the fundamentals of Nio, ladies and gents, they continue growing, which is why I try to do my best to give you this latest content, latest development, so that every time you see the share price of Nio dropping and maybe panicking, you remember this kind of fundamentals that I share with you on this channel on a daily basis, and they get to encourage you to load the boat, to increase your holdings onto Nio rather than panicking and going to regret at a later stage. So man, I am happy, man. These are some of the fundamentals that makes me to remain long and strong onto Nio, because I know Nio, it is getting stronger by day. I know Nio continues taking away the market share from the premium brands like BMW and Mercedes. This is something that is massive. I was watching a video done by CNBC, I think a couple of days ago, where this analyst comes and say, very soon these premium brands will have to take off their eyes from China, because companies like Nio are putting a lot of pressure, and the Chinese consumers are starting to trust their local brand so much that they don't want to buy those international brands like Mercedes, BMW. They would rather go for a Nio. I mean, there are so many stories that those analysts were sharing, and one analyst even said it will even go in the long term. It will also have an impact onto Tesla. This is what he said, because Chinese producers or EV makers like Nio, they are making cars so good in a way that even those car brands or your famous car brands, they are not even coming close to make the kind of cars that Chinese EV makers like Nio are making. And this is the success story that it's going to lead EV makers like Nio to the blue sky we've been waiting for, to the massive success we've been waiting for. And share price wise, I'm telling you, it will follow the fundamentals. Right now, the share price we are seeing onto Nio might be painting Nio as a very bad company, but I tell you, Nio, it is a very big company doing Nio, it is a very good company doing exceptionally well, and we will definitely be rewarded. I know you want to see Nio at $10 per stock. That will come very soon. In fact, before the end of this year, I still maintain that. But for now, this low trading price that we are seeing onto Nio, take them as opportunities to load the boat. And of course, I cannot tell you what to do with your money. These are just my opinions. I think we need to take this low trading price from Nio as opportunity to load the boat, to scoop more shares. I mean, we can obviously see that the market is trying their best to manipulate the Nio stock. I mean, this explains why we're seeing XPeng, Lioro, Zika green today, but Nio is red. I mean, come on, man. You're trying to tell me Zika, XPeng, they are doing way better than Nio? Absolutely not, man. I mean, Lioro, yes, maybe it's because they are profitable. It would make sense. But Zika, XPeng, they are not profitable. In fact, gross margins for XPeng are even still lower than Nio. They are not even selling more than Nio. Their revenues are not even coming closer to that of Nio, which it does not make sense. You see XPeng trading this high in terms of the share price. I mean, the market share for XPeng and Nio, it's almost the same. But one thing that I just told somebody who just commented about XPeng, why I'm not buying XPeng, I directed him onto the trading volumes of XPeng and Nio. You will notice that, of course, the trading volume of XPeng is just around 13 million, but go check the trading volumes of Nio. You will notice that on a day it could get to over 60 million, which shows you the kind of activity that you find onto Nio. And this, the reason why short sellers are targeting this is because they want to make sure that they get rid of the weak hands, those that are investing onto Nio because they hear but don't know the fundamentals, don't know where Nio could be. They want the money right now, which there's nothing wrong with that. It's just that in the stock market, sometimes you have to wait. In fact, most times you have to wait. When you put money into a stock, you have to wait and let the fundamentals play out. And if it plays out good, it results in the share price of that stock, of course, surging, right? Which is what we are going to see onto Nio, because fundamentally, Nio has been growing, proving to us that they are very much different from the Nio we knew. Not very far off just last year. which is massive, which is bullish. Otherwise, just thought I'd give you this quick update. Tell me what you think about this. Do your own DD. I'll see you in my next video, and God bless you all.